Hi everyone, Filipino teacher here in China. So, well, again, so nanapog ko naisip na i-content. Meron na naman ako naisip na i-content. Tagalog pala tayo. Talagang nakakalimutan ko. Okay, so, yun na nga. So, eto kasi yun. Okay, so, isang pasabog ang aking sasabihin. Okay, na ako po ay lilipat ng school. 'Di ba? So, gustuhin ko mang magstay, chares, bitaw, but I have made a decision to transfer a school. The good thing is that it is still here in Beijing, and lumipat ako ng school for the reason that kasi kung sino man yung mga sumubaybay sa akin is that I started here back in 2023, and unfortunately nabore ako. Nabore ako, so yung parang alam niyo yun, yung parang wala kasi akong kasama. Yung parang gano'n, yung talagang iba kasi talaga yung dating pag may kasama kang Pinoy, 'di ba? So, lumipat ako ng school, and the good thing is that there were 7 Filipino teachers who were already working there in my new school, and it's going to be a community. It's because they are not just all by themselves, but they are with their wives and together with their kids. So it's gonna be a community, and I think this will be very good comfort for me kasi nga you will be working with someone kapwa, fellow Filipino, 'di ba? Iba kasi talaga pag may kasama kang Pinoy. And I think for the past 2 years kasi never kasi ako English, hindi kasi ako nakapag-socialize ng fellow Filipino. For the past 2 years, I've just been hanging out with my Chinese colleague and foreign colleagues. So, sila yung naging circle of friends ko dito for the past 2 years. And alam mo yung iba talaga ang bond pag Pinoy ang kasama mo. Or iba talaga kasi 'di ba, kasi pag once kasi ng mga foreign yung mga circle of friends mo, may mga reservations kasi, like you cannot give them your whole, yung kasi natatakot ka baka in our culture okay yun pero sa kanila hindi. And I believe sila din towards sa akin. So, meron din silang mga reservations. So, you never couldn't find anyone who could be so close, who could be your confidant. Alam mo yung ganun? So, yun yung nangyari. So, for the past 2 years, kumbaga for short, napagod ako sa kaka-English. No, so whenever we hang out, whenever we go out, of course we have to keep on saying English, speaking in English. So napagod ako, so palagi akong nagno-nosebleed. So iba talaga kapag kapwa Filipino mo yung makasama mo. So at least you will have this comfort of speaking your own language. So alam mo yung ganun. So well, so I believe that mamimiss ko ang school na to. And in fact, no, it was really a hard decision actually. And they even gave a counter, or yung current school ko, they gave me a counter offer just to convince me to stay. But yun na nga, it was really a hard decision to make. It took me almost 2 weeks to 2 weeks to make a decision, a final decision to really pursue my career in the other school. So, yun na nga. So, yun yung pasabog ko sa inyong lahat. Kaya nga, yung topic or yung content ng vlog natin ngayong araw na to ay ano ba ang mga common na mga questions during the interview. Okay? So, okay, eto nga. So, bakit ito yung content? Kasi nga, of course, I think no last February I had an interview with two schools, and it's just that itong school na to is nasa Beijing lang, and of course may mga fellow Filipinos na nag-work doon, and it's so amazing when I ask them. They've been teaching there for 6 years already. So I believe that the school is nice kasi hindi ka tatagal no, kapag hindi naman maganda yung school. So yung pag-alaga, yung anong tawag nito, yung pag-aalaga ng management towards their teachers. So I believe maganda siyang school. Okay? So kaya pinili ko siya, and I've got an interview with these two schools, and kaya masyado pang fresh para sa akin ang mga questions na i-ask sa inyo during the interview. So, unang-una talaga nilang itatanong is that they are curious about you. So, they want you to talk to them about yourself. But of course, you don't need to tell them in details about what was written on your resume, because I believe they have read that, they have known that. You just have to give them a brief summary. Okay, so like when did the teaching passion started? You can add that during the time when you are going to introduce yourself. So ilagay nyo yun, yung parang storytelling, yung kailan ka nagsimulang magkaroon ng passion to teaching. You can include that once you are going to introduce yourself. You can also anong tawag dito, include your hobbies. Kung for example, kasi minsan nagpa-follow up questions sila about yourself, like when you're not teaching, what do you do? Sometimes they ask you that. So of course you will tell them, like, I bake, like ano tayo, 'di ba? Like when we're not teaching, ano bang ginagawa natin? Do we watch movie? Do we read books? So you can include that oh, I'm a bookworm, or I prefer watching movies rather than reading books, but I sometimes do read books. So you can also include that. So, and of course, yung parang conversation lang, yung ganun. So, alam kong kakabahan talaga tayo, 'di ba? So, hindi ako magpapaka-ipokrita. So, I think for how many times akong na-interview, hindi talaga mawala ang kaba sa dibdib mo. Okay? So, but then again, it's like you wanted to establish a conversation. So, kasi importante yan. Kasi we are teachers. And we don't want to make our students tensed whenever they face us. So, it's like having just normal conversation. So, ganun. So, parang i-brush off ninyo yung thought na you are attending an interview. Ganun yun. So when you introduce yourself, like, yung parang ganun, yung i-introduce niyo yung mga hobbies, yung mga gusto ninyo, at saka ganun. Okay, second most na mga questions is that, bakit China? Or in my previous experience, they would ask you, why Mexico? Why United Kingdom? Mga ganun. So, they would really ask you. Kasi there are also schools in the Philippines. If teaching is really your passion, why not do it in the Philippines, 'di ba? So, mag-isip-isip kayo ng mga pwedeng yung anong tawag nito, yung parang makabagbag damdamin ng mga answers na bakit China? Okay, bakit nga ba ako abroad? So, am I just only seeking for greener pasture? Ganyan lang ba talaga? Kasi kapag ganyan lang, hindi natin kaya. Kasi iba talaga ang challenge ng mga OFW. Lalong-lalo na pag ikaw lang mag-isa. Yan talaga yung one of the reasons why I transferred to a different school or to another school where there are fellow Filipinos. It's because iba talaga. Kasi Iba talaga yung, anong tawag nun, yung sa Bisaya pa, mingaw, di ba? Nangungulila ka. Ang hirap talaga mag-Tagalog. Yung parang, mingaw ang good, na anak good ka ng, dahil good, that's why I do vlogging. Kasi, like, in times like this, wala ka nang gagawin, di ba? Kasi patapos na ang klase, so parang napaka-boring na. So, you just wanted someone to talk to. Gusto mong tawagan yung family mo, but yung family mo back in the Philippines, but it's just that there's nothing to talk to, di ba? So, parang, okay, so, that's why nagpa-vlog tayo, di ba? So, kaya nga ang daming OFW na panay ang vlog, kasi wala silang makausap. And kayo yun. Kayo na mga subscribers namin. Kayo yung mga nagiging kausap namin. And yeah, so that's why no, hindi enough ang pera lang ang sagot natin. 'Di ba? And whatever experience we have in the Philippines, we owe it. 'Di ba? Hindi tayo matatanggap if not because of the experience we have in the Philippines, regardless of how much we are being paid. 'Di ba? So, hindi lang dapat about money lang ang isasagot natin. So, in my case, it has been my dream to go here, to come here in China. Because I think I have mentioned before that I am an ESL teacher. So, where most of my students were Chinese, and then most of the topics we talk about too were about China, about different festivals, celebrations, food, wonderful places to go to here in China. So, like, at the back of my mind, I really want to go to China. And so, like, that was back in 2015. And imagine, 4 years later, tinupad yun ni Lord, di ba? And then, nagka-COVID nga lang. So, ganun talaga yung mga sinasagot ko. Ganun talaga yung mga sinasagot ko. So, sinasabi ko na, as my resume reveals, you can see there that I am an ESL teacher, and most of my students were Chinese, and so blah, 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 blah. And so, they would sometimes invite, they would tell me that they want me to come here in China so I could experience it myself. So, that's why I really wanted to immerse here in China, that I wanted to taste everything. I want to experience everything. So I am very happy to be working there if given the opportunity. So pwedeng ganun yung isasagot natin. Next is that they will ask you about your, anong tawag nito? They will ask you like in math, because I'm teaching mathematics. They will also ask you why mathematics, okay? Or they will ask you about your experience about teaching mathematics. What are the curriculums na experience natin? So, like say for example, A-level, Cambridge curriculum, Canadian, Nova Scotia Canadian curriculum. So, pwede nating sabihin yun. And then, like, say for example, if you are applying to a brand new experience, like say for example, like in my case before, nung unang salta ko dito, during the interview is that I was asked if I have taught AS or A-level. Kasi I taught IGCSE before, but not A-level, not AS level. And so they asked me that, and so naging honest talaga ako. So ang ginawa ko, or ang sinagot ko is that I think that we as a teacher, it's so important that we have learned all of these sort of things in the past. We have learned all of this, and I have never thought of this. I am familiar of every topics. It's just that I haven't thought of this before. And so if you will give me an opportunity, so this is going to be my first time, I will be completely honest with you that this is going to be challenging, but I will really try my best to really prepare for my lesson and to really make my students enjoy the learning experience in my class. So, ganun yung mga ginagawa ko. So, like, give them an assurance that regardless of any challenges that you are going to face in the future, assure them that you can really do it because you have already the experience. So, ganun yung gawin nyo. So, ito yung, alam mo yung nagtitinda ka, 'di ba? So, you market yourself, you sell yourself. Ganun yung gawin nyo, okay? So, kahit hindi mo alam yan, of course, you really have to pretend. Not pretend, but of course, in my case, naging honest talaga ako na alam ko ang mga topics na to. It's just that I haven't taught it yet, but ganun. So, assure them that you are capable of teaching a specific lesson. So, ganun yung gawin nyo. So, just assure them that you really can do it. Next is that they will ask you about your classroom management. So, like, as per experience ko kasi nag-apply ako, if you can remember from my previous vlog, that I applied in Mexico and natanggap ako. And isa sa mga significant na mga questions that they asked me is that, oh, you know what, the students here in Mexico are really far different from the students in Asia. So most likely you have to be really firm with your management, with your classroom management. So how will you do it? Okay? So dito naman sa China is that you will never have a problem with classroom management because the kids here are very obedient. They are disciplined. Okay? But in to some extent, pag once na hinayaan mo silang maglaro, talagang maglalaro sila. And sometimes you could not control it. So that's why what I usually do or what I usually say is that I have to establish rules. Okay? Ito yung mga sinasabi ko when it comes to classroom management. So during the first day of class, I have to establish the rules. No using of devices, or all of the electronic devices shall be surrendered at the beginning of the lesson, and they should know that, or else what should be the punishment. So we will all agree what specific consequences each of them are going to receive, whether they will receive a demerit, or maybe they will, or I am going to tell their homeroom teacher, report them to their homeroom teacher, and going to their parents. So mga ganun. So like you really have to assure them that you are the boss. You have to assure them that you can really manage your own classroom, your own class. So ganun yun, 'di ba? So mas maganda din kapag nag-cite kayo ng experience ninyo in the past. You can also do that, like in my case, that there is also this one time when I caught my students sleeping at the back because he was tired. He slept late, so he wasn't paying attention in my class, and so that's why he was sleeping. What I do is that I go at the back during my discussion and then wake him up, and then if he doesn't, and if he continues to do it, then I call his attention during class and let him answer on the board. And if he still do it, and still he did it, so what I do is that I talk to him outside after class or during break time. So pwedeng ganun. So you can tell or assure them that you can really manage your class. And second is you can also give or provide an example or your personal experience, during when you are encountered with a misbehaving student. Ganun. So I think that would be all. Kasi yung mga interviews is that hindi talaga siya naglalas ng isang oras. In fact, napakahaba na ng 30 minutes. Usually it takes half an hour, 30 minutes. Okay, so hindi siya talaga umaabot ng 1 hour. Masyadong matagal na yun. Okay, so so yun yung mga common na mga questions na talagang i-ask sa atin during the interview. Like one is that we introduce ourselves, and you have to establish a conversation, try to relax, and look them in the eye, ganun, and be confident. So, kakabahan tayo, pero you brush off the thought na interview ito. But instead, focus, it's like, try to put in mind that you are only establishing a conversation. Second is that they will ask you why you need to go abroad to teach. Okay, so bakit sa China, bakit sa Mexico, or kahit saang bansa, bakit gusto mong mag-abroad para makapagturo? So again, wag niyong sabihin directly na because of money, but of course you wanted to immerse to the culture. Of course, you wanted to travel. Mga ganun yung mga dapat sagutan natin. Which is true, di ba? Gusto nating mag-adventure. We wanted to have an experience on a new level, di ba? And then, third is that they will ask you why. Okay? Why teaching your specific discipline? Like, why teach English? Why teach math? Why teach science? And then, kaya mo ba? Okay? Can you teach, or can you teach our curriculum we are offering? Maano ba? Ma-AP, ma-IB, ma-A-level, ma-Cambridge, IGCSE ba yan? So, ganun yun. So, you just have to assure that you're going to prepare for your class. Ganun yun. Okay? And then, fourth is that they will ask you about classroom management. How are you going to manage misbehaving kids? Okay? And then, yun na. So, top 4 lang. Top 4 lang. Yun lang kasi yung mga talagang common na mga questions na i-ask sa inyo. So, again, keep in mind that you really have to sell yourself. I-market niyo yung sarili ninyo. And you really have to say all the good qualities about yourself. So, alright. So, well, good luck sa inyong pagja-job hunting, and see ya.